One thing I've come to realize in the Lagos real estate market basically is due to the fact that a lot of people still make decisions based on sentiments, persuasions from some people, and they have come to realize that their decisions have become a nightmare. And what are those things? On today's episode, I'm going to be talking about important questions you must ask an Offplan developer before you invest. Now, this is not like every other video you've seen. This is not a marketing video. This is a reality watch where we expose you to some of the things that happen in this industry and why a lot of people are losing their investment or their money to fraudulent real estate developer. If this sounds like a very good video, do well to watch it to the end. Trust me, you're going to give me a thumbs like by the time I outline some of the things I've discovered over my 8 years of experience in the Lagos real estate market. See you immediately after this short commercial. Don't forget to give us a thumb like, share this video, and of course, follow us for more. I'll see you after this short commercial. Don't go nowhere. All right, so you are investing in Lagos and you are very critical, or you are very confused, and you're looking at what are those things that determines the success of every project. This is why we're here. Now, what are the important questions you should ask? Now, in most cases, if you choose to ask the developer directly, they may lie. In some cases, they need your money, not just your trust. Sometimes I've seen instances whereby a lot of people have hired independent real estate consultants like us to help them do their due diligence, and sometimes the result has been amazing. If you have been following us, you would have seen that a lot of our real estate investors give us good remarks, and this is why we're here. But however, in case you choose to do it yourself, I'll be giving you 5 important questions to ask your real estate developer. More importantly, hire an independent someone to do this for you. The first thing you want to look out for is that what is the developer's track record? Now, let me break this down so that I won't sound too ambiguous or a little bit complicated. When I talk about the developer's track record, the first question you should ask is, who is the developer? How long has he been in this industry? What are the track record? How many projects has he completed? Has he ever had any legal issues? Has anybody taken him to court over failed projects? Or does he also sell fake receipts, just like Scotty Guma have said? These basically are the fundamental questions that must be at the core of your conversation whenever you are negotiating a real estate transaction with anybody, even if that person is your in-law. Because you see, I've seen instances whereby people fail to ask the right questions, and today they are regretting, and of course that investment has turned out to be a nightmare. The second question you should also ask your real estate developer, more importantly, if you still have your doubts, is what kind of project is it? Now, when I talk about what kind of project, I know many of us are basically familiar with 2-bedroom apartments, 4-bedroom fully detached, 5-bedroom fully detached. That obviously is a part of a whole. But the fundamental thing is that when I talk about what kind of project it is, what I'm trying to say in essence is that, is it a leasehold? If it is not a leasehold, is it a full ownership? If it's a full ownership, then you need to ask, is it a joint venture? Because you see, a property can either be a leasehold, full ownership, or a joint venture. Now, if it's a joint venture, who are his partners and what are the terms and terminologies of the joint venture agreement? You also need to clearly understand that if it's a leasehold, then you need to go further to ask, what are the years of the expiration of the lease? And what are the fundamental things that can happen if the principal owner of the property choose not to renew the lease? You see, if you ask these fundamental questions, you'll be able to understand why some projects have failed, why some are still failing, and why some may still fail. You see, when you are doing due diligence is not just for you to check properties or check the building approval, which are part of it, but not everything about it. You need to understand this so that you will know what you are getting yourself into. The next question you also want to ask the real estate developer is that who is financing it? You see, the reason why a lot of projects today are stuck, or where a lot of people are having several court cases basically, is that real estate investors have failed to clearly get clarification on the financing on the project. I have seen different instances whereby a lot of real estate developers secure loans, high interest or low interest loans from commercial banks, mortgage banks, and the like. And I've also witnessed several instances whereby some get low interest loan from friends, families, and all the rest. And I've seen another instance whereby the developer is relying on the monthly repayment of the investor. Now, if that should be the case, I will not advise you get yourself involved in that kind of thing, because you see, in the process of payment, a lot of things can happen. I've seen instances whereby a lot of real estate investors halfway into a project have one or two reasons to back out from the project and call for refunds. And these are some of the reasons why a lot of projects have not been completed, because you see, the money that is expected to come in as at agreed may be stuck. And these obviously are the cases of why 70% of why all the Offplan projects in Lagos are failing. So you need to talk about the funding. Who is funding it? Is it from personal agreement and another thing? So these are some of the things. Is it from personal agreement? Is it from friends? Is it from commercial? If it's a commercial bank, what is the repayment structure? What are the collaterals that is being used? Will the document be falsified, or will it be validated if the payment is done? What will now be the condition if the developer fails to repay? These are fundamental questions you should ask. Another fundamental question you should ask the real estate developer is, what is the payment structure? Now, when I talk about the payment structure, what are the payment structure? 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, mortgage. If it's an instance of mortgage, who are the mortgage partners? What are their terms? What do I stand to gain as I'm investing in this project? And what do I stand to lose if I fail to live up to the payment explanation? Because you see, you might be saying, it's just 1 year. My business is doing well. My work is doing well. What if the money does not come as when you are supposed to? What will be the penalty? These are some of the things that you need to understand before you go into it. The next fundamental question is, what is protecting me as an investor? Now, a lot of real estate companies today only make regulations that protect them from you, while they don't have regulations that will protect you from them, or protect them from you. Now, when I talk about this, if you have read some of the terms, the terminologies, the contracts, the deed, you find out that is when you fail to do this, this is what will happen. When you fail to do this, this is what will happen. Now, they have not said, if we as a developer fail to do this, this is what will happen. So you need to understand what is protecting you as the investor. What are their terms if they fail to live up to expectation? These are some of the things that you need to understand. Finally, one fundamental question you should also ask, in addition to everything I've listed, is, what is the expected date of delivery? 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. What happens if they fail to deliver? So you see, if you don't ask all these fundamental questions and you're going into real estate development, or you're going to real estate investments with a developer that have sketchy records of completion, you might be treading on a thin line. And this obviously is something that you definitely want to get yourself into. So these are some of the fundamental things you need to understand. These are some of the fundamental things you need to do. And these are some of the fundamental things you need to protect yourself from bad real estate developers. If you have found this useful, come on, give us a thumb like. And of course, if you want us to do all those kind of things for you, we are available, but it's not cheap and it's not free. See you in my next video. Bye for now. God bless you.